Hello, this is Mary with All Things Automotive, bringing you here today 2019 Jeep Cherokee Limited. This vehicle features a 3.2-liter V6 gasoline engine with four-wheel drive. There have been no accidents or damages reported to CARFAX, and this vehicle has had two previous owners. As we get closer here to the front of this SUV, you'll be able to see that it is a sleek, bright white clear coat with chrome and black accents, as you'll be able to see there on the front grille as well as down around those fog lights. Those fog lights will help you out in inclement weather, and speaking of inclement weather, we'll come along here to the side of this vehicle and take a look at its tires and wheels. This vehicle features chrome 18-inch aluminum alloy wheels with dark gray insets, and as for the tire treads, you have got a good amount of life left in those, but I'll get you those exact measurements here in just a second, as this vehicle, along with all the other vehicles here at All Things Automotive, has undergone a new multi-point inspection, as well as received a fresh oil change, a new cabin air filter, and a new engine air filter, so you don't need to worry about replacing any of those anytime soon. Here on the outside of your mirror caps, you do have your turn signal indicators integrated into those, and on the insides on the mirrors, you'll be able to see you do have a blind spot indicator, which will light up if there's anybody in your blind spot, helping you to drive just a little bit safer. You'll also be able to see here on these mirrors that they are heated, which will help to prevent them from fogging up as well as to help de-ice them in inclement weather. All along the top of this vehicle, you do have silver roof rails if you ever want to transport anything up there, and on the handles, you do have passive keyless entry, which is that little black rectangle right there. Passive keyless entry is really convenient because if your vehicle is locked, you'll be able to get into it without ever needing to take the keys out of your pocket or your purse. And along the edges of both of those front doors, you do have door edge guards to help prevent any nicks or scratches from accumulating on those edges as you open and close it. We'll now take a look here to the inside of this SUV. Here on the inside of this vehicle, you do have a lovely black leather upholstery on the seats for a nice and easy cleanup after any spills or messes. And like I had mentioned earlier, you do have those chrome and black accents making their way up the dashboard. While we're looking over here, I'll just open up the glove box and bring you the results of that multi-point inspection that I was talking about. As you'll be able to see here on this multi-point inspection sheet, for your tire treads, you do have 9/30 seconds in both your front tires, and as for your rear tires, you do have 6/30 seconds in both of those, which is a little over 50% of the original tread left, but they are not new. And as for your brake pads, you do have 12/30 seconds in the front and 9/30 seconds in the rear. I'd also like to mention that with the purchase of this vehicle, you do get the original owner's manual with it as well, so if you have any questions after you buy it, you'll be able to look them up in there. We'll now continue on to take a look at the rear occupant seating. As you'll be able to see back here, this vehicle can seat a total of 5 people, but if you seat 4 or less, this middle seat does fold down to become an additional armrest with 2 cup holders in it. You also have USB charging ports for these rear occupants' mobile devices, as well as an AC port for their laptop. You also have pockets on the backs of both of those front seats, and down on the floor you do have carpeted floor mats to help keep your floors nice and clean. Over here on the door, all the doors do have a cup holder in them, as well as powered windows. I'll just close that door and we'll continue on to take a look here at the rear of this SUV. All along the bumper of this vehicle, you do have rear proximity sensors. That is what those small dots are, and they will let you know if there's anything behind you whenever you're backing up or parking, and you also have a backup camera to go along with that as well. I will just open up the liftgate, and as you'll be able to see, it does go up with the push of a button as it is powered. Alright, as you'll be able to see back here, you do have a good amount of space to haul some pretty large items back here, and you can open up even more space by folding down those seats. You do have anchor points back here to strap down any large items from shifting around as you drive, and those seats do have top and bottom anchor tether points if you have little ones who need car seats. Underneath the floorboards back here, you also have a sizable storage space for any tools or accessories you might want to put underneath there, and I will just close the liftgate back down, and we'll continue around here to the driver's side. I would like to mention that with the purchase of this vehicle, you do get 2 keys for your convenience, and both of them do come with remote start as well. This SUV does come with powered mirrors, powered windows, and powered door locks, and as for the driver's seat, you do have 10-way powered seating adjustments, meaning you can move the seat forwards, backwards, up, down, tilting the seat forward and back, and then 4-directional lumbar support. You also have a telescopic steering wheel, meaning you can move it in and out as well as up and down to fit you as you like. And to the left of that steering wheel is just your dashboard backlight controls as well as your headlight controls. The last thing I would like to point out to you before I get inside this vehicle and turn it on is over here on the door. This vehicle does feature a memory system for your power seating adjustments, which is really convenient if this vehicle has more than one driver. Basically, all you need to do is set your seating adjustments how you like them the first initial time, and from then onwards, with the push of a button, they will automatically readjust to how you initially set them, keeping you from constantly fiddling around with those controls. I'll now just get inside this vehicle and turn it on for you. This SUV is a push to start. now that the engine is running and the dashboard's lit up, you'll be able to see that this vehicle has about 56,835 miles on it. We'll take our attention over here to the left side of the steering wheel, as over here are your dashboard navigation buttons. So with these, you can cycle through all the different information and services this vehicle provides to you up there. Beneath those dashboard navigation buttons, you also have your Bluetooth and call controls, as this vehicle does have smartphone integration. And then over on the right side of the steering wheel are your cruise controls. We'll now take a look here to the center of this vehicle. Here in the center of the vehicle, you do have your lovely touchscreen, LCD display, and the front driver's seat and the front passenger seat, as well as the steering wheel, all are heated to help keep you comfortable in the winter. I'll just throw it in reverse to show you that backup camera in action. Beneath that center display, you do have your Park Sense toggle. A bit farther down, you do have your climate controls, as well as your electronic stability mode toggle and your auto start stop toggle. Further down, you have a small space for something like your phone, your terrain select over here to the left, as well as a USB charging port, aux cord plug-in, and power outlet to the right, your main gear shift, parking brake, 2 cup holders, and then you do have a small tray up top with your main storage compartment underneath and another USB charging port and power outlet inside. Lastly, we'll take a look up, as this vehicle does have a built-in garage door opener. We'll now move on here to the last section of this video. Here in the last section of this video, we do want to address that this vehicle is pre-owned, so be looking around for any blemishes, nicks, or stains. We know a lot of our customers come from very far away, and we want the purchasing process to be transparent and straightforward. We want you to know what you're getting with the purchase of this vehicle, imperfections and all. So as I'm looking around the inside of this SUV, you do have a few discolorations on the ceiling. But other than those, there is nothing else standing out to me. There are no odors or scents whatsoever, so we'll take a look here now to the outside of this vehicle. Again, we'll be looking up and down for any of those imperfections, starting by coming along here to the front. And here along the front of this vehicle, you do have several small nicks, most likely from stone chips. Stone chipping is extremely common. Almost every vehicle has some form of it. The only way you can really prevent it is just by not driving your vehicle. This SUV is also a lighter color, so it does tend to show a little more than a darker color might. We'll come along here now to the passenger side. A sizable nick and discoloration there. Some faint scuffing on the outside of that mirror cap. And a few scuffs by that front passenger side handle. Nick there, as well as a few small ones back here. And we'll come along here now to the rear of this vehicle. Now often where I do tend to see several imperfections in SUVs is where the liftgate meets the bumper, as people don't take care of putting items in and taking items out. And as I take a look here, you do have a few very small nicks and some faint scuffing on that black plastic, as well as, again, some faint scuffing just from general use. And I'll just close that liftgate back down, and we'll continue back around here to the driver's side. A few small nicks peppered back here as well. A few on that handle, and on that front driver's side door, and around the front driver's side handle as well. A few more, and we are back to where we started. That generally concludes this video vehicle tour. This vehicle has a lot of great features to offer. If you're interested in a white SUV with the ability to seat 5, fold-down seats with a good amount of space in the rear, a backup camera, rear power liftgate, rear proximity sensors, silver roof rails, carpeted floor mats, heated front seats with a heated steering wheel, smartphone integration, heated mirrors, fog lights, a blind spot monitor, leather upholstery, lumbar support, a built-in garage door opener, passive keyless entry, and 4-wheel drive, this is a good option for you. If you're interested in this vehicle, come and check it out at All Things Automotive, located at 21518 Great Cove Road, McConnellsburg, PA. Or you can give us a call at 717-485-4224. You can also check out this white SUV and other listings on our website at www.allthingsautomotive.com. Thank you for watching this video, and have a great day.